Hello reception, welcome to your literacy lesson. Are you ready to do some more super learning today? I hope so. I'm going to try and make this video a little bit shorter today because yesterday was a long video and you had lots of learning to do and you had lots to take in. So I hope that you did your story essays and that they look beautiful because you're going to need them today. So today we're going to be writing a retell using a plan, okay? Now, the story essay that you drew yesterday is your plan, okay? So can you tell your mummies and daddies or your adult, what story did you read yesterday? Yes, it was Jack and the Beanstalk, wasn't it? We were reading the story and then we were making our own story essay to help us to remember what happened in the story. Ready for today, because today we're going to be writing what happens in the story. So you will need your story essay from yesterday. So can you make sure that you've got that in front of you? If you did it in your books, have your books open. If you did it on paper or wherever you did it, just have it in front of you so that you can see it, because you're going to need that today. So here's my story essay. Now I apologise for the colour, it's not very good, but I hope you can see just enough to know what I'm talking about. Today you're going to be writing what happens in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, and this is your plan. So when you're writing, you can look at the pictures and remember what happens next. So you start at the beginning of your story essay, because that's where we always start when we use a story essay. And you look at the first picture. So the first picture I drew was Jack and his mum, and they live in a cottage, and they were very poor. So I know the first thing that I'm going to write today in my retell is that Jack lived with his mum and they were very poor. Okay, and then you can look at your next picture and see, oh, Jack had to sell the cow for money, but he got some magic beans instead. So can you see how you're going to use the pictures to help you build your sentences today? Your steps to success for today. Chronological order. Can you have a go at saying that? That is a long word. Chronological. Say it with me. Chronological. Chronological. Chronological means that you write about things in the order that they happened. So looking at our story plan, we're not going to write that the giant chased Jack down the beanstalk. Then Jack got some magic beans. Then he went and sold the cow, because that isn't the right order. The story didn't take place in that order. This is the order of your story. Okay, so chronological order means that you write about it in the right order, in the order that it happened. So you can use your story essay to help you do that. Story language, so remember that was what we have at the beginning of a story. So once upon a time, one day, in a land far, far away. That's all story language. Adjectives, wow words. Capital letters, really important to use at the beginning of our sentences. Full stops at the end. And then your conjunctions, okay? Now I had a go at writing one. So we're going to have a look at mine together. Just turn the sound down and I'm going to talk you through. Okay, so the first thing that you need is you are going to need your story essays in front of you, okay, because you're going to need to use it. So I was using mine when I had to go at writing, even though it's on my laptop, I still used it. So we're looking at the first picture on our story essay and we're writing our sentence. So here we go. Remember, you need to use your story language at the start. So I'm starting mine with once upon a time. Story language. And do you remember what was in that first picture? Oh no, has it started again? Oh, sorry guys. Okay, let's just skip that on a bit. Sorry, that was my fault. So in the first picture, see, Jack and his mum. Jack lives with his mum and they're very poor. So that's what I'm going to be writing. Sorry about that. That was my mistake. So once upon a time is our story language. And now I'm going to write about that first picture. There was a boy called Jack. Full stop. Jack lived with his mum, but they were very poor. So can you see that in my first couple of sentences, I've written about that first picture? Okay. So now you're going to look at your story S again, and you're going to look at your next picture. So what happens in your next picture? In mine, Jack had to sell the cow. One day, that's that story language again. So can you see I've already used my story language twice? Once upon a time and one day. So one day, Jack's mum told him to go and sell the cow. What word have I used there? Sad. What kind of word is that? Tell your adults what kind of word that is. It's an adjective. Can you see something else I've used in this sentence? Jack felt very sad because he loved the cow. So then you look at your next picture. Now I'm going to stop writing here because I want you to have a go on your own, but I'm going to show you my steps to success, so what I did really well. So I've used my story language, once upon a time. I've used one day as well. I've used my adjective, my wow word. And I used my conjunctions, because, and. So, I didn't finish my whole story because I would like you to have a go. Really, I think you can write a sentence for each picture, okay? So you're probably looking for about 10 or 11 sentences today, I would say. That's a lot of writing reception, okay? So if you can do your 10 or 11 sentences telling me what happens in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, I'll be very impressed, okay? This is really a bit of a challenge today because it's the first time we've used a story S. It's the first time that we've used a plan to help us to do our writing, okay? So see how you get on with this. I'd love to know if mummies and daddies want to let me know how you get on with this. And obviously, I would love to see your retell at the end. Okay, we're going to keep practicing doing this so that you get better and better and better at planning stories. And then eventually you'll be able to plan your own story. So just try your best today, okay? You've got your steps to success on the board here that you can keep looking back to. Keep watching this video again to remind yourself, and just try your best. Okay, reception? Good luck. Can't wait to see what you do. Speak to you soon. Bye.